So my name is Deresh Ramjugernath. I'm the Rector and the Vice-Chancellor of Stellenbosch University. I've been in the role now since the 1st of April of this year. But I've been at Stellenbosch University for 4.5 years, having joined the institution in January 2021 as the Vice-Rector and Deputy Vice-Chancellor for Learning and Teaching. My disciplinary background is I trained as a chemical engineer. So I've had a first degree in chemical engineering, obviously thereafter postgraduate qualifications in engineering and chemical engineering in particular. So the university is a comprehensive university. We have 10 faculties and we have 2 cross-cutting schools. So schools are the vehicles by which we do interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary and transdisciplinary research. And the university, depending on which rankings you look at the moment, sits in the kind of 250 to 300 range as a global institution. And in particular research areas, we are very strong in medicine and health sciences. So very extensive work that's been done on public health, medical diseases, infectious diseases. Our faculty of agri-sciences, which is quite unique. We have a faculty of agri-sciences. Is ranked in the top 100 in the world. And then we also are quite unique in having a faculty of theology. And in the faculty of theology, it's ranked in the top 150 in the world. We have about, at this time, 35,000 students at Stellenbosch University. So of our 35,000 students, we have about 4,000 international students, of which something like maybe 2,500 are from the African continent. Part of government's policy in South Africa is to develop higher education institutions that are multilingual, especially given the large number of languages in the country. In the Western Cape, where we are based, Afrikaans is probably one of the most widely spoken languages, in addition to English and to isiXhosa, one of the indigenous languages. And so as a university, we've adopted, as part of this higher educational framework on language, those 3 languages as languages of instruction in terms of learning and teaching, as well as in administration within the institution. And it is to, in a way, contribute towards not just building a kind of intercultural experience, but also a kind of a multilingual experience for our students, which we believe is a strong part of the learning journey that they take towards understanding not just the diversity that we have in our society, but to develop inclusion and belonging. But ultimately, everything that we do as an institution, all of the outputs, all of the outcomes must be in service to society. And I think when you're looking at partnering, you look at organizations that have a similar vision and a similar kind of purpose and a similar set of values. And I think in EUTOPIA, we saw those kind of similar visions, purposes, and values. And that creates greater synergy then in terms of what you want to achieve. So that is what we looked at in terms of this opportunity to engage in the EUTOPIA Alliance, but also about the potential bilaterals and multilaterals that could develop as a result of being part of the alliance as a global partner. Over the last few years, we started to concentrate on Stellenbosch being a university that's in Africa and that works with Africa for Africa. But it is good. It's also not just insular and just looking at the African continent, but to do it in partnership with Europe, to do it in partnership with the Americas and Asia and so forth. And so that is why the EUTOPIA is also so critical in that regard, because I think it gives you an opportunity to bring networks from Europe together with networks from Africa. And that becomes powerful in terms of, if you're looking at the future and of future economies, and where probably the greatest growth is going to be in the future economies, they're going to be at the African continent. At the moment, we consistently rank as number 2 and number 3 on the African continent. But we've got a bolder vision in terms of not just pushing us to become Africa's leading research-intensive university, but to become Africa's first global top 100 university. There hasn't been an African university that has achieved that, but we believe through partnerships, especially the partnerships with Europe, we can utilize and leverage that to achieve our vision.